right now, right here. Emerge. Shadow me. Witness the snow swans.
Good! Here, boy!
Ha! Take a break. A spot of tea time entertainment. Ha! Right now. Let's begin.
It's dog eat dog!
How tiresome. Take a break. Come on, keep up. Let's test my hypothesis. Right here, right now. Emerge together. Pot of death.
One down! Here, boy!
Take a break. What a joke! Come on, keep up. This realm. If you ever... right here.
So we're doing this
Right now. Let's begin. Pirouette.
Sigari, back!
How tiresome.
You win!
Come on, keep up. Pick up the pace. I like music.
Welcome to the Adventurers Guild, my lady. Is there something I can help you with? Thank you for complete. Welcome to the Adventurers.
called back to the Zeppel Yarny palette. Again? Ugh, seriously.
Come no closer.
Right here, right now.
Got it!
Impossible. Take a break.
Goodness me!
Whoa! That made me jump. Why did so many little animals suddenly scurry over? Strange. They seem to be fleeing from something. The voice seems to be coming from this hole. My ears. They're ringing nonstop. Why does should I jump down? Who knows what sort of trouble could be waiting? Right. Let me test the waters first. Hello? Come out of there! The sudden silence is even more unsettling. But what exactly is down there? Well, there might be trouble, but there could also be treasure. Might as well take a look. If I encounter any danger, I'll make a quick exit. Just my luck. But looks like there's still a path ahead. Where am I? This is the same singing as before. I should follow the voice. huge shell? Strange. Did that song just now come from inside? Could it be a fae? Hold on. Speaking of singing fae, could it be Vodyanitsa? Hello? Anyone here? Still no response. Well, if there are mushroom gods in this world, there might as well be seashell fae. I should check it out.
Hello there, traveler. Don't sound so surprised. Who else were you expecting? A lost little Snegoroshka? A Vila who took a wrong turn? Because my private practice room is so well hidden, obviously. No one stumbles upon this place on purpose. Oh, that. Yeah, I originally planned to channel some water over there and completely seal it off. But I asked a bunch of engineers, and they all said blowing up the cave's rock wall could cause landslides, avalanches, surface cracks, all kinds of bad things. Anyway, it'd be a huge pain. Plus, if the cave's original structure was destroyed, its acoustics would be ruined too, and then I wouldn't even be able to use it for practice. So, I gave up. And anyway, it's just like you said. Not many people would dare to jump down from up there. I'm not answering that question, because you haven't answered mine. Who else were you expecting to see here? One person asks, the other person answers. Then comes the next question. That's how polite conversation should go. A shell fae? You mean the oyster sprites that protect children who fall in the water? The ones from the fairy tales? Fae like that don't exist in Snezhnaya. The only fae associated with pearls are us water nymphs. After all, legend has it that if we cry out of true sorrow, our tears will turn into pearls. Want me to cry for you right now? I could do it. I mean, we know each other so well, and you didn't even recognize my singing voice. That could get me going. Of course not. Otherwise, there'd be nothing but pearls at the bottom of the water now, wouldn't there? I bet pearl necklaces wouldn't be nearly as expensive either. Plus, those pearls wouldn't be the quality kind. They'd be misshapen and have all sorts of impurities. If only there really were oyster sprites, though. I bet if you paid one, you could get all sorts of beautiful pearl jewelry. Oh, right. Take this pill to warm yourself up. You fell into a puddle on your way. I heard your footsteps through the ice the minute you got to the entrance of the cave. You traversed the ice wall only to fall into the water at the last moment. I heard you sputtering from here. Now, I was considering letting you have a few sips of strong liquor to warm you back up. But on second thought, spirits that have been frozen lead to intoxication too quickly. So I thought this pill would be better. It's something hunters use to warm themselves up out in the frigid wilderness. Good. Now we can get back to your question. You wanted to know why I practice in a place like this, right? Well, the answer's simple. Practicing in the city would disturb people. I used to practice in the theater, doing vocal warm-ups, singing a cappella, you know, stuff like that. Letting some fresh air in always puts me in a better mood, so I would usually practice with the window open. And, well, do I even need to say how captivating my singing voice is? Every time I practiced, a huge crowd of listeners would gather down below. And they wouldn't leave until I was done. Honestly, the people were packed as tight as sardines down there. But it's not like I could do anything to help it. That said, there's another reason I don't really practice in the theater anymore. I don't exactly recall when, but one day, this young girl showed up in the crowd of people who had come to listen to me. She turned out to be quite smart. She studied my habits to the point where, at all times, she knew when and where I was going to practice. And sure enough, she'd always be there. People would even pay her to show them where I'd be, so they could be sure to grab a spot. She made quite the sum that way. Now and then, she'd even send me a basket of flowers with a thick handwritten letter tucked inside. The letters weren't anything special, mostly the same flattery I've heard 10,000 times. And they read a tad awkwardly, too. But at least they were sincere. So, I'd often send her a ticket to my latest show in return. I thought it'd make her happy. I like people who chase after what they love with all their might, but still have some smarts to show for it. I think people like that are fun and cute. I would have loved for our fun to continue. She changed. She no longer came to my practice sessions because she liked to hear me sing. She just wanted to make Mora. Lots and lots of it. Enough that she could put all the relentless celebrity chasing behind her. That much I wouldn't have minded, but... Then I discovered at some point, she started selling every single ticket I sent her for several times the price. I suppose she didn't like my music anymore. The innocent version of her who was just there for the love of my voice was no more. In human terms, she grew up. I no longer found her cute, fun, or interesting. And I certainly didn't want to play with her anymore, so I moved to a different practice location. I won't meet anyone interesting here, of course, but at least I can practice my singing in peace. Although, you braved the journey here now, didn't you? Freezing puddle and all. Don't even go there. It's been giving me such a headache. If the acoustics in this echo chamber were still in good shape, my voice wouldn't have come out nearly so precisely. Thanks, Traveler. The problem isn't the main cave structure, but the echo pillars made of prime ice. Perhaps I was practicing too hard, or my pitch was too high. But while I was practicing a few days ago, some of the pillars suddenly cracked. Honestly, all I need are a few simple prime ice pillars to replace the damaged ones, and this chamber will be pretty much back in working order. But alas, I'm terrible at making things like that. No, it's like I said. All I heard were footsteps at the entrance. It's not like I lured you here or something. I swear! Anyway, since I have you here, there's no time to waste. Let me tell you which pillars to swap. Actually, just telling won't do. I have a better method. Shh. There we go. See those brightly illuminated prime ice pillars? Those are the broken ones. without saying. Otherwise, I wouldn't be nearly so invested in all this. Anyway, I'm counting on you, Traveler. If you forget which prime ice pillars are broken, just come back and I'll show you again. I could count on you. It turned out beautiful. The positioning of these prime ice pillars is perfect. Now then, let me test them out. That's right. Looks like I can practice in peace for now. Since you helped me fix these prime ice pillars, allow me to sing you a little practice piece. Unnecessary. My voice is all warmed up, so I'll do some a cappella now. I'm practicing here today, and in a few days I'll head over to Ronkova Zoria to do the same. I wonder if Odette and Alosha will be there. Anyway, sit back and relax. Oh, but don't close your eyes, or you might zone out and fall face first into the water. Yeah.
How tiresome. Pick up the pace. Take a break. Pick up the pace. How tiresome. Come on, keep up. Take a break. How tiresome. Take a break. Pick up the pace.
There's nothing here. Did we just get unlucky this time? This ice. No, this ice is fresh. Probably put here to keep people out. Guess we'll have to go deeper if we want to find our crystal. 2 safeguards in a row. Must be quite the horde. No problem. It hasn't formed for long, so this should be a cinch. Sure enough, there's a path. Traveler, let's go. On reflection, that was a risky move I made back there. Diving headfirst into a suspicious cave isn't how an experienced hunter should operate. But it had to be done. Too many people need this crystal.
Stay back!
Wait, what? How are their gang members here too? Not just yet. Not until we know what's going on. Looks like there are two groups over there. I'll need to use my scope to see clearly.
I said stay back! All of you! I've got the detonator in my hand!
Hey, cool it. I told you. Turn around and walk away now, and we won't cause you any trouble.
Not a chance! Anyone who finds treasure out in the wild gets a share of it. Old Sire's rules. These Myla family will get their fair share for Old Sire's sake, but the rest, we've earned it! You think you could just show up here and expect us to walk away empty-handed? That's not what the rules say!
They're arguing over how to split the loot?
Oh, you think you've hit the jackpot, huh? All you've managed to do is block the way in. Bet you tried to get in, but failed, didn't you? You ain't getting nothing.
So what? We found this place first. There's gotta be a finder's fee for that, at least. Old Sire!
Old Sire is dead. Or were you hoping Smee would pick up where he left off? Huh? You didn't think so. Now beat it!
What about Lady Voronina? You saying you're not scared of her either?
Oh, you!
Look, the only reason any of us are able to get by in this ash heap they call Snezhnaya is because of Old Sire. He put the rules in place for a reason, and no one gets to break them. Times have been tough for everyone. I get that. But if you break the rules, you can bet your life that Lady Voronina will be hearing about it.
All right, so we're doing this the hard way.
Don't you dare! Try anything, and we'll all be chewing rocks for the rest of our days!
Stop! You really want to die here?
We're all playing the same game, so don't take me for a fool. I know you left some men behind to seal the cave entrance from the outside when you came in. The boys on lookout told me. You never meant to let us get out alive. If it wasn't for these explosives, you'd have offed us already! We weren't the ones who stopped playing nice first. Didn't think you'd go this far for these antiques. But it looks like they'll sell for a lot more than I thought. And we want our share!
Antiques? Sell them! You short-sighted fools. You're the reason we're always getting trampled underfoot.
Oh, save it! You gonna make a deal or not?
Looks like we've run into another bunch of crooks robbing crooks. Valuable antiques, apparently. Fey gangs are known to smuggle that kind of stuff. We can't just hand antiques out to the villagers directly, though. We'll have to find a way to trade them in for Mora. But that, I can work with. The only thing that won't work is leaving here empty-handed. Leave this to me. Go, Tagarin.
right here. Emerge. Right now.
What? Just wait. Cover me!
Drat! Leave him be. We took care of the guys outside. If he wants to call for backup, he'll have to go back to base. That gives us more than enough time to clean this place out. Let's go take a look inside. Antiques was right. None of this is from the present era. I don't know much about these ancient artifacts. If you're curious, this thing clearly isn't going anywhere. Let's start with whatever we can carry. But with this barrier blocking the way, we can't get any further inside.
Shadow Realm barrier device detected. With the right access card, it may be possible to unlock it.
An access card? Wait, that card we found earlier. Try it. With any luck, this might be what it's for. What just happened? The Shadow Realm. So this card and the items here, they're both connected to the Shadow Realm? Looks like we'll need to find an expert to figure out how to use these things. Everything else aside, at least the way's open. Still, if they knew they'd need this to clear the way, why leave it with the lookout outside? And then seal the cave entrance? Clearly, this card is very important to them. They couldn't afford to let it fall into the wrong hands. But they also had to make sure it was safe before using it. I just wonder why they'd exercise this much caution over a bunch of antiques. Guess we'll just have to head inside and take a look. We can study this card and that pedestal later when we have the time. What is it? It's clearly not from this era either. Is this one of the antiques they were talking about? Nothing else around here looks that valuable. You think we can sell this? We gotta make this hunt worth it somehow. Wait, that device. I remember now. Not long ago, a Fey gang was going around buying up blueprints from the Miliastra's time. I thought they might be worth some cash, so I swiped one to take a look. Pretty sure the drawing on the blueprint was this exact device. Not sure. All I remember is that we need to connect these pipes to get it running. Getting rid of the ice freezing the pipes should do the trick. Since the Fey gangs value this device so much, we might as well give it a try and see what it actually does. so warm? Some sort of furnace, maybe?
Huh. Looks like the intel was good. A prototype Kresnik's torch. Tech from that age is what the big boss needs for the plan.
Tagarin, don't move.
Smart choice if you ask me. See what I'm holding? I grabbed that numbskull's detonator during the commotion back there. Made a couple of modifications to it too. Now, the moment I let this thing go, it's gonna blow!
So you came right back here without calling for backup? That wasn't such a smart choice.
Shut it! My men were wiped out, and I lost the access card. After all the manpower we put into obtaining it, if I go back now, the boss will have my head on the spot! I'm not leaving without that card! That and this equipment are crucial to the boss, so hand it over! Don't tell me you're after this technology too. Oh, I get it. Some other group sent you, huh? Who was it? The Energy Commission or Luchkin?
You're overcomplicating this. I have nothing to do with either of them.
Don't play games with me. After the old man died, the High Table decided we'd outlived our usefulness. Nowadays, we risk our necks digging stuff up in the Shadow Realm. And then what? It all ends up in the pockets of those big shots. Hey, I told you, tell your dog to get down and stay put!
Tagarin, down.
What the?
Down means to prepare to attack. Sit is staying put.
Who sent you? Who are you with?
No one. I'm just a hunter. So it's a prototype Kresnik's torch? Well, if it looks like a furnace, and it gives off light and heat like a furnace, let's just use it as a furnace. It really is unique. I've seen a lot of crystal-powered furnaces, and this one is stronger than any of them. It can warm up this whole area. This place makes a perfect shelter. I'll bring all the villagers at risk of freezing over here. Much easier than handing out crystal. This looked touch and go for a while, but in the end, it was a successful hunt. Oh, I'm sure that if we kept following the trail, we could end up accomplishing something pretty monumental. But I'm also sure that would involve pointing my gun at more people along the way. And honestly, that's not what I'm about. Question for you. What do you think is the difference between a hunter and an adventurer? With the sprawling wilderness before them, a hunter turns back after catching their prey. But an adventurer always goes that extra step further. So, I'll let you hold on to that access card and any weapon parts we find here. You're the most famous member of the Adventurers Guild after all. Monumental events always seem to find you, don't they? Of course, I know that. Anyway, let's bring the villagers over. Turns out there's another exit here. I only noticed it when we were escorting the villagers over. Might be useful when you're in a hurry. We did good today. Thanks for all your help. Pleasantries aside, here's your payment, so please take it. If you ever need a hand in the future, I'll be ready to do my part.